Hello everyone, and welcome to another tutorial video. In this video, we're going to talk about email and course messages. So recently I attended a workshop and there was a lot of confusion versus the different kinds of messages and emails and ways of correspondence with our students. Now, what we're seeing here in front of us right now is my inbox from Outlook. Outlook is the typical email server that we use for Miami-Dade College. So this is what we typically use to communicate with, let's say, our chair, with deans, Miami-Dade College itself, like we'll get notifications, etc., etc. And if this is the best way or the most preferable way for you to communicate with your students, my advice for you would be to have your email in your syllabus, have your email on Blackboard, make an announcement where you tell students that the best form of communication is communicating directly with you via email. This is my best advice in order for you to keep everything in one central place. Now, we've heard a lot of talk about also being able to use MDConnect in order to connect with your students or send them emails. Yes, you can also use MDConnect. This connects directly with your Outlook. So you will receive a copy once you send any message from here directly to your Outlook, and any message that you receive from your student, again, will go directly to your Outlook. You do not need to come back here once you have sent the message. Now, why do we use this? It's because let's say you haven't had access to your Blackboard class yet, and you want to send a welcome message to let students know how to log into the course, well, this is a great way for you to do so. So in order for you to do that, you would have to click on the little people here on this little icon with the little people in order for you to be able to get to your class roster. Once you get to your class roster, you're going to find little boxes to the left. I'm not going to click on my class roster for privacy reasons. However, when you do click on the roster, you will see that you have these little boxes to your left that you can check off. And towards the bottom, you will see the option to notify selected students, only those that you clicked on the boxes, or notify all students because let's say that you want to send that welcome message to the entire class. But again, MDConnect connects directly to your Outlook. So you don't have to come back here to manage anything in regards to receiving those emails. So you sent that email of welcome, now you're thinking to yourself, well, let's say I get a reply. Where is that reply going to go to? It is going to your Outlook email box. So do not worry about having to come back here in terms of replying or having to manage those messages that you are receiving. Once you've sent the message, you can exit out of here and you do not have to worry because you will see that copy in your Outlook and then everything incoming will again come to your Outlook. Now, I've also heard professors talk about course messages within the classroom. I myself am currently teaching an online course. It has a master course that it uses, and therefore course messages, as you can see here in the course menu, is directly included within my course. Now, what have I seen? Some professors are going to just click on that little arrow and they're going to delete this. They're not going to have it in their class. Other professors do not want to have to deal with having to delete or taking any extra steps within the master course, so they simply come to their home page. They're going to send that class an announcement and let them know, please do not communicate with me via course messages. I do not check course messages and you will not receive an answer. Please email me directly on the email found under instructor information or on my syllabus. Make sure to be very clear with students. This is very important. Now, what I do think is very important in terms of allowing students to communicate with each other and making it easy for you to also reply is to include the email link. So not the course message link, but the email link, right? And you'll see the difference. If we click on course messages, this is what you'll see, an inbox and a send. In other words, it's a place for you to actually reply and send messages. We do not want this. So again, we're going to either delete this or we are going to send an announcement saying that we are not going to be using this. However, when we click on that little plus sign and click on tool link, we do want to go down this list and look for email. Look for email. Again, you see that there's two different ones, course messages and email. You are going to look for email and title it email like I've already done. I'm going to go ahead and cancel this because I have it here. When I click on this email link, as I see above, send emails to others in your course without having to switch to your email provider. In other words, you can send a message to everyone here. Let's say you've already had access, you don't want to delete, you don't want to have to deal with MDConnect, and you've had access to your course. You want to send the welcome message via here. This is where you can send it to all the users in your course. And by adding this option of email, you're allowing students to also communicate with each other. Let's say students are in a group project and it's an online class. They've never met. How are they going to communicate? Well, I'm going to include this email link so that they're able to select, as you can see here, users, and then they can look for those users. I'm in my sandbox now, so there are no other users, but if you're in your actual classroom, you will see a list of students, and all you have to do is select with this little arrow, right? So I would select myself, select, and then I can send those students. And this allows students to communicate with each other. And if you send them an email again, let's go back to that page, it connects to your email provider. This means any responses will go back to your Outlook. You don't have to worry about coming here to manage anything, just to send that general email to all of your class. So again, if you are the kind of professor that does not want to have an overwhelming amount of emails in their Outlook, I recommend course messages and telling my students, do not email me, only communicate with me via course messages. This way, I am able to manage my course messages and not get overwhelmed by my chair, the dean, anything that's coming from Miami-Dade on top of all the student emails. However, if I'm the other kind of professor where I do not want to manage different kinds of platforms, I don't want to check course messages and email and this and that, I just want to maintain everything in one place, do not include course messages. However, do include email. This way, you are able to still communicate with the entire class, but it connects to the Outlook and they can communicate with each other. So if you have any questions, please leave them in the comment box. I would love to answer them. And again, let me know if you have any feedback for any other videos. Thank you and have a great day.